Kimberly here with Hampe for the 5th eChat Lounge podcast. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I can start by saying I'm a 19-year-old dude from Sweden, northern parts, and I don't enjoy technology in every every form, almost. And I also, since I live in the north, there's a lot of snow in the winters, so I really enjoy skiing downhill and all that stuff. We also have another house up like in the mountains, so I go there at occasions to just enjoy myself, And yeah, I work at I graduated some month ago, so now I'm full-time hired at what should I say? Maybe it's like a television, like TV license, the channels and all that shit. I work with that.
Yeah.
So I take calls from people who are having problems with either their bills, their services, or their hardware, basically.
Oh, awesome.
So I guess that's pretty much it. And then I also, I want to study on university as well in the future. So that's what I'm waiting for now, just saving up money, working, and we'll see where that goes.
That's so cool. And then, so you do like programming as well?
Yeah, well, yeah, technology related. I do a lot of things like that, programming, hardware modification, electronics, pretty much all of that stuff.
Holy, yeah, that's quite a lot, especially for being so young too.
Yeah, well, that's what I do in my spare time. Like, I use the game a lot as well, but I'm kind of held back on that right now, as I enjoy being productive more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll just get right into the questions then.
All right.
The first few are from Kiezi. What will your name be for your future company?
Well, if I ever did make a company, it would probably be something with my last name as the company name, as it's like my grandfather's father created this last name. So we're the only ones in the world with this name. So it would probably be something with my last name, yeah. That's
so cool. It'd be awesome to have like such a unique name for a company, for sure.
Yeah. So, and since my, first name is also like pretty unique, and then my last name being very extremely unique, if someone just has my name, I'm the only person on Earth. So that's pretty scary.
Yeah, for sure. What is your goal in life?
My goal in life? I want to, I want to work with, technology and all this stuff, probably software development, programming and all that stuff. When I go to university, I plan on getting what is called, master's degree in computer science, most likely. And then I'd probably like to create something by myself. Create some idea or work with it and probably, expand from there. I mean, my goal in life is pretty much, I wouldn't want to have this, live this normal life, maybe work as I want it to be above average, like pretty special. So I would like to do what I love, basically. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
If you were an animal, why a catfish?
Whoa, what the fuck?
I guess she thinks you're fake, basically.
Wow. Well, no. Well, what should I answer to that?
What animal would you be?
Oh, I guess I'd be a lobster. Let's go with that.
A lobster.
Then I can live forever.
Oh yeah, there's a movie actually called The Lobster that's like all about that.
Oh really? No, I have not.
It's with Colin Farrell, and he actually like gained quite a lot of weight, and then also Rachel Weisz is in it as well.
Oh,
it's actually really good. Yeah.
I'll have to watch that one.
Yeah. What's your hidden talent?
Hidden. I guess I'm pretty good at downhill skiing. It's not like anything, it's not something I talk about, but I do it a lot. I've done it like all my life,
Did you
so I
ever...
guess that could be something.
Oh yeah. Did you ever like compete or you
No, I
just do
never.
it for fun?
Yeah, no, I never compete. I don't like going normal, the slopes and stuff. I'd like to go off the actual slopes, like forests and cliffs and all that stuff, off piste downhill skiing. That's what I enjoy doing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like creating your own trails and
Yeah, exactly.
cool. If you were required to turn back time, when would you go and why?
If I were required to,
Yeah.
um, I have no idea. It would probably be, I don't know, maybe like, there's nothing I can think of that I actually want to change or anything like that. Probably better go back like 1 minute. That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, if I go back 1 minute, then this podcast will be pretty fucked. An endless loop. So that's...
Yeah, it
shit.
would actually.
Yeah, we're fucked. Alright, well, let's take that anyways.
Aside from you, who's the most good looking in the server?
Wow.
I think she's hitting that.
Yeah, there's just some low-key hitting. Wait. Well, I don't know. I'll go with... I'll go with... I don't know if I want to give the props to Caleb. Because that would be really dishonest of me, but I'm gonna say Caleb anyway.
Ooh. I don't know if you're reading the event channel as you go, but everyone's going crazy right now for that comment.
Yeah.
What TV series or movie do you want to live in?
Oh shit. No, that's nothing I've really thought about, but TV series, I guess. Well, movie maybe. Then Lord of the Rings would be pretty cool,
Oh yeah.
Maybe
awesome.
Harry Potter as well. Maybe that would be also pretty cool. But
yeah. What race would you be if it was Lord of the Rings?
Race, then I'd probably be an elf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Feels
Me
like they
too.
have the most perks, but imagine if
Yeah.
I pick like a dwarf, then I can fight with axes and shit. That would be close to my Viking ancestors. But I'll go with the elf. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if I picked a dwarf, I'd fight with axes and all that shit, and then
Oh yeah.
then it would be close to my Viking ancestors. Was what I said.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. The next question is, how do you know if she's the one?
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never even had a crush on anyone. I've never been in love with anyone either, so I wouldn't know, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Sure is.
The next question is from Anna. What's your favorite Legend of Zelda game and why?
Oof. Now that's a good question.
Yeah,
well,
I was really excited for you to answer this one, actually.
Well, Jesus. There's so many great ones for their own purpose, but I don't know. Breath of the Wild was a very good game when I played it. So, the best one, I guess the one I did enjoy the most, though, was probably one of the older ones at like the Game Boy Color or something, because that was when I was playing when I was the youngest,
Oh yeah, like Link to the Past and...
Yeah, for the Link to the Past is really good for the SNES, but I also enjoyed the which one was that? The Minish Cap I played as a kid. Yeah, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of there's one other one, but the one Raw tied me with. But yeah, Minish Cap was a game I really enjoyed.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
Let's go with that one.
Cool. Oh, he was saying Four Swords?
No, I didn't play Four Swords.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Little Boo is asking, would you rather eat a chunk of a human heart or a whole eyeball?
Probably a whole eyeball.
Really?
Yep.
You're the first one to say that. So why would you pick the eyeball?
Well, I mean, just bringing that heart to your face and just taking a chunk out of it instead of just taking like an object, throwing it in your mouth and chewing and swallowing it. It's less more activity in that than grabbing an heart, taking a chunk out of it, you know? Much more work.
That's true. You could kind of just like take the eyeball really quick and kind of like a shot, I guess.
Yeah,
the
just
heart you have
exactly.
to like chew and
Yeah. Exactly.
She had another question, which was, what is something you have experienced once that you would want to experience again?
Let's see, what could that be? Well, I mean, I was out a month ago here, traveling Europe with my two friends, just after we graduated. So that's definitely something I would do again.
Cool. Is there a favorite location that you went to, or it was just like all really good?
Well, particularly I think Italy and Greece was the most the best places. So
yeah.
I definitely return there.
Cool. How long you said you were gone for?
A total of 5 weeks. We were going by, backpacking by train. So we had huge ass backpacks just going by train through entire Europe, pretty much. So we started from Sweden and just went our way down, Germany, Netherlands, then what more? Germany again, Switzerland, Italy, France, then keep going downwards to Greece and then back up again.
That's so cool. I've always wanted to do that. Like I heard that, like Europe is so it's like condensed so you can experience like the whole continent by train, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really great.
The next few are from Caleb, and he wanted to say that he loves you very much.
Love you too, man.
When did something start out badly for you, but in the end was great?
Start out badly. I don't know, man. I don't think I've had really any tough moments that I can recall in my life. Might be because I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anything really to think about, I guess. I mean, I don't really get into drama and all that shit. It's a really waste of energy to overthink a lot of things. I just go with the flow, just take things as they go.
That's a really great strategy for life too. Is like you don't want to get too worked up over stuff.
No.
The next one is, people are usually buried with things when they die. So what would you be buried with?
I'd be buried with it would be one of Caleb's ass selfies.
Like an actual like printout of one?
Yeah.
Big poster size?
Yes, poster size. I'm gonna be wrapped in it.
Oh. What goal do you think humanity is not focused enough on achieving?
Oh, Jesus. Well, not focused enough on it, I don't think, but I know that space research and all that shit is important, because I think that Earth is like fucked. So better focus on that shit than trying to sustain something we've already broke. It's better to look for new opportunities instead.
Yeah, move on to bigger, better things.
Exactly.
If animals could talk, which one would be the most annoying?
Probably. Well, I mean, mosquitoes are already annoying enough, but well. Maybe birds, probably. Probably birds. They're probably hell listening to.
Oh, for sure. just like all the time
Yeah.
already. So,
Yeah, like come on.
what outdoor activity have you not done that you'd like to do?
I guess I'd like surfing. That would be
Oh
cool to
yeah,
try that.
that'd be kind of scary with like sharks in the water and stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe you don't have to surf that far out, It's, I mean, just trying it. Wait, there's like these like simulations or whatever the shit you'd call them that
Oh
makes like waves in these big pools. I've tried that, but like real surfing, that would be cool trying.
oh yeah, for sure.
Uh,
The next question is from Nessa. What what do you think about Danes and how different are you Swedes actually from them since you like to pretend you are superior?
wow. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's all brotherly love when it comes down to it. Norway, Sweden, and Danish land, as I like to call it, is they just play fight with each other. It's not
Oh
like
yeah.
any real hate, but it's just brotherly love. I'd say between countries.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of
Yeah.
like a healthy competition kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Uh,
Um, the next to me, um, what codings have you done that you're most proud of?
Oh, hmm, like coding specifically.
Yeah, or even like my next question was gonna be if you had no limits whatsoever, what kind of programs would you make? So I guess it's kind of like the same question.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean that I've done. I haven't really done any big projects. I guess the Discord bot here is the largest, user used thing I've done. Other than that, it was just I haven't really done much other than that. I've done some games, but it's not something I've given out really. It's just something I've made and kept for myself.
Oh,
And I mean, this is probably the only public thing I've done. Like, well, there is multiple bots I've done that are being used right now, but this is one of them.
okay, cool. Like all the like you did the one that's for PAX and what other ones have you done?
There is for these two servers. Other one there is one where you have to make like an intro to get roles filled in depending on what you answered in the intro, and then you get access to the server. That's one bot I did. And then there's like a topic bot, which basically is you write like question mark topic, and it'll like spit out a random question from a list of questions that if people have nothing to talk about.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that's my three bots that are being used right now.
That's awesome.
Oh.
The next two are from Kaylee. If you were to upgrade something with a bot, what would it be?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I could probably make pretty much anything with this bot as I feel right now. I myself don't have any real. It's usually Anastasia, feeding me feeding me instructions and I make them. So there's nothing really that I would seem appropriate to make it a better bot or something like that. I don't really have any opinions on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess this is kind of the same question, but if you were to improve on something to make it harder, what would it be?
To make it harder. So like, well, I mean, I've actually kind of started looking into, creating my own apps and whatnot. Also, I started making like a game from the same language that I made a bot in, which is Python. But then I felt like, nah, maybe I should learn a new language and maybe start programming Android apps because that would be interesting and possibly to be able to generate some sort of income as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's such a lucrative industry. Like you could make so many things and then and profit from it for sure.
Yeah. But all of the like bot things, like bot related things, I think I could do pretty much anything within the borders of Discord.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The next two are from Raw. What's your favorite movie and or TV show and why?
Oh, damn it. Well, I really enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Like,
Oh yeah.
the music, the everything, like the creativity in different species and all those sort of aliens and worlds and everything. It's just great. If I'd pick series, it would probably Game of Thrones. And I did like especially like the first episode of, oh god, Mr. Robot. The first episode was in particular very good. The rest, not as much.
Oh
At
yeah.
least like season 2, but the first episode were better. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I heard about Mr. Robot, but I never ended up watching it. It looked really interesting though.
Yeah.
His next question is, what would you like to accomplish within the next 10 years?
Within the next 10 years, then I probably will have graduated or snatched off. Like, I know this is very common that people get just dragged off in the middle of their university progression because the like market is really needed of like programmers and whatnot. So I'll probably, hopefully, have graduated, possibly, and or work at some sort of company, possibly. Maybe even making my own one, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of the submitted questions. So I guess at this point we can open it up to the channel.
Alright.
If anybody has any last minute questions they want to ask. Oh,
What?
Taylor is asking, when are you getting a new haircut?
Probably like in 2 weeks. Actually, it's getting too long.
Oh yeah, it's quite high. Like I'm very impressed. Like, do you use products and stuff?
Yeah, I do. Oh, it definitely wouldn't hold without products.
Oh yeah. Nessa is asking how tall you are, not including your hair.
Well, then it'd be 178 centimeters or 5 point. Wait, what do you say? Like 5 feet and 10 inches.
Oh yeah, 5'10".
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see here.
Why
Tails
put-
is asking why put Game of Thrones over Vikings.
Well, I haven't finished Vikings yet. I think I have no idea where I stopped watching, but I have no clue. Maybe see how many seasons are there even? Some season 2, oh, season 3 maybe. I think I stopped watching, and yeah. But, well, I mean, I've been watching Game of Thrones since season 3, like those episodes were releasing.
Oh yeah. Did you read the book?
No, didn't book. I like reading of any sort of kind when it comes to like books or stuff like that. I think I didn't finish one single book in my entire high school. Like, well, not even probably before that either. There was always this like, yeah, you're gonna write a review about this book. Well, Google it is, and then just rewrite it a bit because I couldn't get past like a book. I would always like fall asleep or something. I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
There's quite a lot of questions flying around, so I'm gonna try and catch them all. But Roz asking why you don't have a crush on any girls?
What? Well, I can't tell you why. I mean, I do find people attractive. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like I've had anything. Nothing other than that, really. So I don't know. You tell me, Ro. Why are you not letting me have a crush on you, man?
What do you think of Swedish girls? From
What
Nessa?
I think of them? That's an interesting question. I mean, it's not like I think anything special about Swedish girls in particular. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't. No, it's nothing. Nothing. I mean, it's not like I would look at a Swedish girl differently from a girl from like Denmark or any other part of the world, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Tails is asking meatballs or ABBA.
Well, I'd have to go with meatballs because, quite frankly, I like food.
Me too.
Yeah.
Canna Memes is asking, do you have an IKEA supermarket?
I don't think. What? I don't think IKEA would be a supermarket. But so that's a no.
Lil Boo is asking, if you had to lose a limb of your choice, which limb would you sacrifice?
Oh Jesus, a limb? Well, it would
Or
probably be a leg then.
a leg? Yeah.
Yeah, one of my hands, and I mean I could just get a prosthetic leg. That would probably work better than an arm. I think.
Yeah, you need your arms, I guess, to program and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, and that would be actually quite difficult. I
Yeah.
didn't think of that.
Nessa is asking, have you been on echat.co, the website, and what's the weirdest PM that you've received?
Yeah, I was on there like once. I was like, "Hey, what up, pedophiles? How's it going?" And then I got a DM saying ASL. I'm like, "For fuck's sake!" And then I left because I noticed that this site doesn't have HTTPS encryption, so it's like you're gonna get. It's not okay. It's like I wouldn't be there without any sort of like VPNs or anything because that shit is scary place.
Yeah. It's like not secure and you could get like hacked and stuff.
Yeah.
The next question from Nessa was, can you hack?
Well, I mean, yeah, I can. Because especially when you're working with development, like, let's take a website for an example, you will pretty much need to try and hack yourself to, see where vulnerabilities are to be able to prevent them. And then I also do it a lot with gaming consoles, like hardware-wise, and yeah. But yes, I do know. I can hack.
Okay. I think I've seen you say before that you used to modify gaming consoles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how would you do that, just in general?
Well, I could explain it like this. This is gonna be like nerdy as shit for you, everyone. But let's take a PlayStation for an example. You want to maybe you want to play whatever game. You want to pirate a game for it. You don't want to buy a disc. So how would you do that? Well, before a certain update on the PlayStation, you could upload, like, import your own firmware, your own, like, operative system, you could kind of say. So, but this was an update released back in 2010, probably. So if you had, there's this chip on the motherboard, which, when you produce a console of any kind, you need to have the first firmware version for that unit, because there's something needs to be there in the beginning to be stored in. So what you basically do is you extract an older update from that chip with other sort of hardware that I have, and then you basically manipulate it to be able to, like, reverse it down to an earlier firmware. And after that, you can import your own one, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want with the unit. Like, you've unlocked everything. You could.
Oh wow!
Yeah. You can hack in games. You can get whatever you want. Play new file formats. You can play with whatever you like, really. So that's pretty much how it would work.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Nessa is just asking all the questions right now.
All right.
What would a good date be like?
A good date? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that would be that is interesting. Maybe, some fun conversations. Maybe. I mean, I like food, so food would be dope as well.
Oh yeah.
So I guess, yeah, as long as it's good company, should probably be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sylvie's asking, would you leave Sweden for a warmer climate?
Well, I mean, I could also move down south. There's pretty big difference in temperature overall in Sweden. But what I could do, like, yeah, I'd probably want to move to other places, but I'd probably still be back to Sweden from time to time. I mean, especially for the kind of education I'm working towards. I mean, I could probably get hired, like, wherever in the world. I mean, who wouldn't want to hire a Swedish programmer? We have really good education up here as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's I could probably work pretty much anywhere. So I'd easily move somewhere warmer, but I don't think I'd stay there forever.
Yeah.
Uh.
And it's like the post-secondary education there is quite advanced too, I believe.
Yeah. And the good thing is like the government pays, or well, we pay it, tax money and all this shit, really. But that's one reason why we have so high taxes. I think Sweden is like the second. I don't know. We have about 30% in tax, I think. And then,
wow.
But it gets like really. If you are rich in Sweden, you're gonna have. No, you won't be rich for longer because they'll take like at least 50% of your income. Like the more gradually you earn, the more you earn, this percentage will also increase after time. So if you're making like really big amounts of money in Sweden, I mean, you could probably go up to losing at least 70% of your monthly income. I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Oh wow! So then Sweden doesn't have the like the 1% problem that America does then.
Well, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a reason why like rich Swedes move to other countries once they get rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that you don't you have a bit of an accent, but your English is like quite good. Like there isn't like a strong accent there.
Oh yeah, you've probably heard like other Swedes speak English. Like some can have a really thick accent. I don't know if you've spoken to a lot of them, but yeah, sometimes it slips my tongue. Like if I try to pronounce certain things, or if I speak too quickly or whatever. But yeah, my accent though, yeah, it's not really that strong indeed.
Yeah.
I guess I've just done a lot of English as a kid, especially being on the internet and all that shit, playing online games and all that things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Silgi has another question. Do you think your country should keep the monarchy or opt for a republic?
Well, I really don't have any opinions on that because I think politics is, in my opinion, a waste of energy. I'd rather try to what should I say? What is the word? Instead of like trying to change it, why not adapt to it? Yeah, I'd rather just focus on my own part than changing the entire system.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really pay attention to politics and stuff.
Yeah.
Tails is asking, who is your ideal Risk teammate?
Wow. Well, I mean, that went to hell. We were playing Risk last night, and it was like a 5-hour-long game, which ended in me having a giant headache. So that was I'd rather prefer none as a teammate, to be honest. I'll just go myself in the future.
Yeah. There's a question from Nigga Jones. He's asking opinion on gay marriage.
What? Well, I don't have any other opinion than on straight marriage. Take it for granted. It's not really anything I care about, in that way. I mean, it's been legal in like Sweden for a long time, I think.
Yeah,
really
for sure. Time. Could you kind of like describe the city that you're in? Like, you don't have to say what city it is, but like, what kind of tourism they have and like stuff like that. Like, are you in a big city or is it like a smaller?
Well, people, I think some do know which city I do live in. I posted a picture before. But I'd say it's one of the like bigger cities in the northern region. Probably the most populated one. So that's pretty good. I do like it. I do enjoy the city. We have a lot of nature, but we still have a pretty decent. It's not too many people in the size, I should say. I mean, there's a lot of lakes, a lot of like mountains and all that stuff. But that's usually if you go like some. That's usually if you go some kilometers outside of the town and whatnot. But I mean, it's great nature life. There's like the air is so fresh up here as well. I noticed when I went, traveling. Then when I came back up here, when I like inhaled the air, you could feel like the freshness. It's like some sort of it's another kind of air really because there's a lot of nature life and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's great to have that balance of nature and
Yeah.
in
And the good thing is also like it's not too far up in the north and not too far down in the south. So the southerners they struggle with they probably don't get like their winters is pretty much the ground is like wet. But because they're like they have like tiny bits of snow, but then it melts because it's like it's not the average temperature all the time. So it's not really it's not really nice winters down there. But up here we can get to like minus 30 degrees. So
Oh wow.
And in the summers we can get up to plus 30. So there's a big range of temperature.
Yeah. It's very similar to Canada in that way.
Yeah.
The different ranges and stuff. Shanka sent me a DM and he was asking what your favorite food is.
I don't know what it's called in English, but it would be like Creole. If I were to translate it, it would be like Creole pot. It's like this. I have no idea, but it's a lot of like meats, like chorizo and just I don't know what these food words are in English actually, so it's pretty hard for me to explain.
Oh, okay. Is it kind of like just a bunch of like sliced meats, like an appetizer kind of thing, or is it?
No, there's this big pot, with just meat thrown in, and then you eat it with like rice and stuff.
Oh, I guess that would be like a jambalaya, maybe.
I have no clue. Maybe.
It's kind of like chili, but it's got like tons of other stuff in it as well, other than like beans and maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. It kind of sounds like And then Jones is asking if you could teach us a sentence in Swedish.
A Swedish sentence, like what would be? Everyone always ask, swear, how to insult people and all that shit. That's a typical Swedish, typical thing to teach people. But I don't know. Well, let's.
Or they were saying like, if you could say like "I love you" or any kind of like general sentence, really.
All right, let's take "I love you" then. Then it'd be "Jag älskar dig."
Oh, cool. Oh, and they want you to do a quick freestyle.
No, what freestyle? I'm not.
Like a rap or like.
Oh, probably not. I wouldn't have anything to say. I'm not. I think it's decently hard coming up with things at the spot, especially if my main language is in English.
I think we're running pretty late. I think we can wrap it up.
All right. Well, it's not the Swedish national anthem. It's actually for the like county I live in.
Okay.
So it'd be like the different areas of Sweden, the state. We have our own song. So
awesome.
Yeah, I'll get to it then.
All right, take it away.
Just clearing my throat a bit here. Så tågar vi tillsammans bort mellan Jämtlands gröna ängar, bort mellan Nyland som prunkar fulla av bröllopsblomsters prakt. Så skådar vi med gamman här över berg i blåa fjärran, här över sjöar, strömmar, skogar jämt kring bygder på vakt. Fagert är landet som blev vår latt och arvedel. Så fir om dess fägring nu med sång och stråkarspel. Så tänd om och nio det hopp som våra fäder närt. För slit och mödor och fröjd och solet mått oss beskärt. And there it is.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
That's
yeah,
so
we need
good.
violence.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was awesome. Thank you for coming on here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. And next is Waffle. So that'll be next week. yeah, I think that's it for the day. So thanks for listening, guys. And yeah, have a good day.
Bye.